Welcome to another edition of Dizzarian Plays MMOs. Today I'm in Lord of the Rings Online, back in Lord of the Rings Online. I can't get enough of it right now. On my level 44 Minstrel, and we're back in Elrond's library because he has another quest for us. We're going to do Book 6, or I hope I can get through Book 6. I don't know how far this goes, but we'll just try it and see what happens. Book 6,
Will you lend me your aid
turning
once more?
to the north. I would wish you remain here away from the troubles of the world, but alas, the enemy does not rest, and so neither can we. Angmar grows in power with each passing day, and without a means to stem its evil, we have no hope of winning the war. Speak with Aragon. He waits for you in one of the guest rooms along the road that winds up the southern slope of the Vale of Imeldaris. Okay, so we like always are going to the guest rooms. What is that? Lay rest.
A strange fate brings you hither.
Doing that. So let me head off to the guest houses. Okay, so I've made it into the guest house and we're going to talk to Aragon.
It is time to turn our eyes north.
What matters in hand here is that time to turn our attention to the north.
Will you stay a moment? I
Book
must
6,
speak
Chapter
with you.
1 of Goldir and Angmar. Hail and well met, Dizzing. It is well that you have come. This morning a falcon arrived bearing a message from Esselden, the hidden refuge of my people in northern Downs. It would appear that another such bird came to Esselden from the north, gravely wounded, bearing a message from one of my kinsmen we had believed long dead. I know little more, for the message to me was brief, but Dervoon has asked me to come at once. My time here is short, and I cannot return now to confer with my people. My path lies to the south and to the east. Will you go to Esselden in my stead and learn what tidings have come there? Speak with Dervoon, for it was he who sent message to me. I fear that the news is grave, for Kernan was deemed lost years ago when his captain, Goldir, disobeyed my edict and took company north into Angmar. They were never heard from again. It is a joy that Cornir lives, but what kept him from contacting us before? Alright, so it looks like we're going to talk to Dervoon, who, we should be able to see this on the map. If I open it all up right and go to Angmar, let's see where they are. So, I think I'm actually going to just use a mithril coin to travel there. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. He's actually here in Esselden. Alright, so, let's talk to him.
What do you need?
Well, so, welcome, Disney. Did Aragorn not come with you? Alas, that is foul news. Well, there's not for it now. You will have to do. Are you prepared for a long, dark journey? It is through Ramdueth into Angmar, which I must send you. We've been there before.
Greetings.
Perhaps I should start from the beginning. Many years ago, one of our captains, a man by the name of Goldir, desired to enter the realm of Angmar, for he had heard rumors that the descendants of the ancient hillmen of Rudir had made themselves a home there and began again to multiply. He suspected also that the shadow had come again unto Carndum, and fell creatures began to spread southward into the North Downs. Aragorn forbade any to go there, for that land still had an ill name, though it had been barren for hundreds of years. Nevertheless, Goldir gathered those who would go with him and passed out of our memory until a few weeks ago. A wounded falcon arrived, bearing a message from Cornir, one of Goldir's company, stating that he had been dwelling at the place called Oghair, a village of the hillmen somewhere north of Ramdueth. Will you go there and speak with Cornir? And the urgency of this message makes me fear that he has come to pass. I deem we have not yet seen the darkest times. Yes, I can go to Oghair by hitting my little button. Okay, and I found him in a little tent here, or yurt, or whatever this is. Oh.
What can I do for you?
Wall of text. Let's see. Chapter 2. Against his lord. Who are you? Nay, it matters not. All that matters is that you have come. Matters are grave, and we have need of any assistance we can muster. These good people are beset on all sides by the tyrants of Angmar, who now gather a mighty army to march south and crush the elves of Gondor between their hammer and the anvil of Mordor. Time grows short, and we must act quickly if we are to hinder the shadow of Angmar. Perhaps I should tell you somewhat of our long story. When we first came to Oghir, the hillmen were suspicious of us, but not overly hostile. Goldir quickly earned their respects, for he was a great captain among us and was able to inspire the heart. We learned that the hillmen were under the oppression of a remnant of Angmar that had returned to Carn Dûn and over the misty mountains. But worse, a sorcerer, much likened to the Witch King of old, had also come to the evil city. The hillmen called the sorcerer the False King, for they knew well that the Witch King himself could never return to Angmar. Goldir determined that the steward of Angmar had been stopped before he could gather strength in the north. He'd gathered together as many of the hillmen as would follow him and journeyed east with the rest of his companions, believing that Angmar was not yet strong enough to withstand a united front. I was left behind to take word to Esselden in the event of the expedition failed, which it did. Do you wish to hear more? Sure.
What do you need?
You mean more walls of text? The secrets of the stone. Of stones. So, you know how these tragedies came to be. In truth, I know not. I do not know whether it was through some machination of the false king, or whether it was purely an evil chance. But our march was brought to an abrupt end. As we marched east, we found ourselves confronted by the vale filled with the terrible statues. Ramus Delun, the hillmen called it. That some spirit of evil vengeance abode in the stones. There was no doubt, for we could all feel the oppression of them. It was here that Goldir bade me to remain. As the host passed through the stones, it became clear why the hillmen feared the valley so. When the last few men crossed Ramus Delun, the watching stones threw forth a terrible malaise of oppression, such that those men caught within it were stricken dead by the weight of it upon their hearts. I actually had this happen whenever I was trying to move further into Angmar. I actually ran across these things, and they killed me instantly. I tried to pass the stones, but could not. Goldir bid me remain, so I did. Days turned to months, then years, and still Goldir did not return. I knew I should have returned at once to Esselden, but I could not abandon my captain. I tried vainly to cross Ramus Dulin until my very spirit was broken within me. At last I sent the message to Esselden which brought you hither. We must learn the secrets of Ramus Dulun. Perhaps one of the many lesser stones which has littered this land, especially near the camps of the Angmarian and hillmen, will reveal that secret. Go to one of the lesser watching stones and take a rubbing of the runes found upon its base. Beware the fell and deadly stones, for they have too terrible a power. Cool. I actually used one of these as the cover image for the, I think my very first, oh look, it's got them highlighted everywhere. I thought we were going to go down in here, which is where I had the cover image for my first Angmar episode. So I think actually we're going to go up into Angmar there, up into this area right here, because I think I know that one is okay. Okay, yeah, this one is much easier to get to. And I found it here, the Cairn of Honor. We were here earlier, and we can see we already got some dread going on and evil pressure, which does some damage, like he said. It does 64 shadow damage every 4 seconds. So we're going to get off and take a rubbing of that. And there we are. Bring back the Watching Stone to Cornir. So I'll go back to Oghir. Okay, let's tell him what we got the rubbing.
How can I be of service?
You have returned. Did you bring a rubbing? Good. Let me see it.
What can I do for you?
These runes are of an elvish mode, but the language is black speech. in which I am not well versed, but I do know a little and can see these runes speak of heart located within the stone. Perhaps if I could study one of the stone hearts, a way to undo the spell upon them can be found. There are some lifeless stones set of here from which you may collect such a heart without fear. Bring me the stone hearts as quickly as you may, so that we may be done with our duty. Okay. Oh. So we're going to have to go out into the swamp. All right. That's right. There was some out there. I think... Nope, I don't. I was starting to say I thought I had a way of getting out there without just hoofing it, but I do not. So it's a little bit of a trek over there. So I'll meet you out there. This is like a swampy area with geysers and fresh springs. It's really a cool area. Okay, so I've made it out to the area here. And in the general area, I'm looking around to see if I can find one of these things. Oh, look, there's one right down there. Take it. The lifeless watching stone. You examine the watching stone closely and discover through a crack in the stonework a strange dark rock. As you pick up the rock, you experience a brief feeling of uneasiness, but it passes quickly. Okay, so we collected the heart from the lifeless watching stone. So we're going to go back to here and let him know what we got. Okay, so let's tell him about the black heart. This does appear to be such a stone as the runes describe, but it is of little use. The heart is cracked.
What do you need?
It is a pity that the heart is broken, but there may yet be another path open to us. While you were away, some of the villagers returned from a hunting expedition and told of a ritual performed by Tur Galvin at the fortress northeast of a place called Valacro. The ritual appears to be related to whatever spell is cast upon these stones to grant them such power, and the sorcerer who is performing the ritual bears with him a stone heart. If you can interrupt the ritual and slay Tath, you may be able to recover the stone heart from him. Go quickly, for if he is preparing yet another watching stone, you may not get another chance. Cool. We might actually get new ring from that. Maybe not. We'll see. Alright, so where is he at? Alright, it looks like I know exactly where that's at. Well, as he said, Valacoro, which I didn't know that's the name of it, but I know exactly where that's at. Okay, so as you can see, I'm approaching this area here. This is Tur Galvin, which I did go into at one point. You kind of have to... There's no option to really get in without... So you have to get in regardless, and it looks like it's not over here. I'm going to go in and around. Yeah, I think it's this guy here. Pretty sure. Because he's like raising, he's got some kind of fell spirit. Aha, Sorcerer Tath. So you can see that he's just right there. This is going to be quite a fight. So I need to gear up, make sure everything's off cooldown. And, yeah, so I think I'm just going to... Oh, okay. He's not active. We have to fight these guys first. Good. I shall deal with you myself. Do it then, man. Take screenshot. Come on. Ah, you're gonna die. I collected the stone heart. I am free. Oh, he didn't want to be there. Now he's going to go deal with everything else. That's kind of funny. All right. So I can return to Cormyr and give him the stone. Okay, let's tell him we got it.
How can I be of
This
service?
is indeed a stone heart, but alas, the situation is more dire than the first I thought.
How can I be of service?
Nay, take this evil thing. I can bear it no longer. My apologies, friends, but sense of this thing is too much likened to the terror of Ramas Dulon. I cannot bear its presence. But I know now the secret of the stones of Ramas Dulon. It is no spell that grants the statue such power, but a fell spirit of an elder age, such as those that inhabit the whites which serve Angmar. This stone heart was prepared to receive such a spirit. Perhaps this heart may be made to draw forth such a spirit from another stone. It may be a clue to breaking the will of the watching stones. Take this stone heart to the ancient watching stones which stand near the eastern pass of Ramduath, to the east here, not far from Bel Rova, a fortress of the Angmarian. Okay, we're going to get some new gear. And let's see where he wants us to go. Let's see. So it's down in here. So actually, yeah, it looks like I come down and around to do this. I have not been here that I remember. So I'll show you any cool things along the way. Okay, so actually I have been down in here before. This is where we originally went when we came in first into Angmar. And here's an ancient watching stones there. So we're going to defeat the spirit of the ancient watching stones. Okay. Presenting the heartstone. Oh, I see. Interesting. So we show him the heart, and he comes out the enraged fell spirit. I have defeated the spirit of the ancient watching stone. And we can go back and talk to Og. Or back to Og here, talk to Cormyr. Okay, let's tell him what
What do
happened.
you need?
You have vanquished the spirit? How your victory heartens me. It gives me hope that we may yet succeed. I need to figure out what I'm going to do. Let's see, 35, that. A club. I don't know. Or this. Oh, or there's Cormyr's robe. Ooh, which is also pretty nice. Dang. But, all right, I think I'm going to take the club. I don't know if I'm going to use it. It's just
What do you need?
interesting thought. Okay, Chapter 7, Beyond Ramas Dulin. You have proven that such stones can be defeated, that their power of oppression is only as great as you allow it. Unfortunately, my spirit has been broken for far too long. I do not believe I could pass the stones and bear their fear. You, however, have nothing left to fear. Go east, Dizzing, and pass through Ramas Dulon. I can only hope that somewhere beyond my kinsmen survive. The people here say that there are dwarves in the south past Ramas Dulon. Search there for my brethren. Go, and may valor go with you. Cool, so we're going to finally be able to...
An army of Dunedain and hillmen from Ohio passed into the eastern reaches of Angmar, only to be caught in the dire trap of Ramas Dulon. Though the secret of the stones has been revealed, no sign of Golodir, the ranger who led them, has yet been found. It can only be hoped that some part of Golodir's army has survived, and that they are able to hinder the advances of Angmar.
Well, awesome. That was way cool. Alright, so we're going to search for the survivors of Golodir's band. It was nice seeing hearing him say those names. It's over here. I kind of just want to portal there, but I think I am going to run there just where we can pass through those statues and we can take a look at them. Okay, so here we are coming up to the statues. You can see them all lined up here. Now before, whenever I was playing through Angmar, I couldn't get anywhere. The minute I got this close to Ramus Dulan, I would get that and then immediately die. Now we're just getting the dread. We're still getting some stuff, and you can see there are corpses everywhere. Because people try to get through and they die. But we've now gotten through. So we've moved through to the next area. In fact, I think whenever I tried to do that in earlier episodes, that I got a message saying, you know, like, hey, this is unlocked with Book 6. So, yeah, now it is. So that's very good. I'm happy to see that. So now we can move on in Angmar if we really want to go back. So, but we're going to go down, and he said there was dwarves down in here. I'm guessing it's down in this area. Okay, so I've made it here. What's this place called? Gabelslathur, I guess. You can see it is indeed a dwarven village in Angmar. And there's, oh my gosh, tons of quests. I got a stable master here.
What do you want?
So now I can travel back and forth through this side of the map, which is awesome. We got a task board. And may come back and do all of this with later on, but we're focused mainly on Book 6 right now, so I'm just plowing through that.
Shadow is on my spirit.
Who are you? If you are not servant of the Shadow of Angmar, how did you pass through Ramus Dulan and not perish? Cordonier sent you? That is joyous news. Your coming is a trump of victory to us.
Will you lend me your ear?
Book 7, Chapter 1, Hidden in the Shadow. And this is level 46. Okay, I think instead of going on, I wanted to keep this episode just to chapter 6. So I'm going to save that for another time, maybe after we get our legendary item. I want to kind of get to level 45, go pursue the legendary item, and then maybe come back and do this. I might actually start doing some of the quests around here just to see what's going on with the dwarves. But I'll have to look at the items going on. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Leave any comments you may have. Let me know what you think of this series and what I'm doing here and my path that I'm planning. If you got any suggestions, I would love to hear it. Also, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Your subscriptions help me out so much, and they really do mean a lot to me. So, until next time.